From now on, we are enemies. You and I.
Alright, here we've got the Golem. Not too terribly much to talk about with him. There are 3 major things you need to remember. Number 1 is take out his left foot first. Number 2, take out his right hand first. And number 3, never let him freeze while he's in the middle of a staggered animation. That will always lead him to lay directly on his stomach or back, depending on the stagger animation. He's got similar attack patterns as Cyclops, with leg stomp and arm swings. That's a pretty common one there. When you're close to mid-range, he will plow the ground. Jump is a little bit further than mid-range. Close range, he'll do a sequence of those that have a pretty large area of effect. And his laser. The laser can be used close range, mid-range, long range. It tends to be used mostly long range. The grab animation, when he grabs you, is usually close to mid-range, and that attack will always leave him vulnerable with his left leg to be attacked. Like right now, we cannot get his left foot at all. Standing directly behind him, he'll swing with his left and swing with his right. That happens a lot when you're climbing the back as well. Swing with the left, swing with the right. Another attack from behind that he'll do is his leg stomp, or his silly laser. While climbing in that attack, you can usually climb up or climb right, climb left. Standing behind, he'll do the leg stomp as well, with his right leg or his left leg. When he does his left leg, if you have a bow, you can get a couple shots in when he lifts his leg up right there and right there. But as soon as it's on the ground again, you're out of luck. Let's move a little further away. There's the grab. Get behind him, and he is open for attack on his leg. You can continue right there a little bit as well. So if you can convince him to do the grab, then you have access to his left foot. If you attack his back, he will always stagger and fall down, which gives you access to his left foot. But now we just froze him, and we can't access all of his discs any longer. That's the problem with destroying a disc and freezing him in the middle of a staggered animation. And then when he rises from frozen, he will be in his rage state, where he is faster and more aggressive, and tends to use more laser more often. If you know which disc does what, you can plan for certain situations. Like right now, if you were to get his right leg, it would stagger him and drop him to the ground. Or his lower back will always stagger him and drop him to the ground. His left arm and his head tend to be the most likely to freeze. And now we are out of rage mode, where he's back to normal speed. His arm swing while climbing, you can move to the right and then move to the left if you're fast enough. Assassin needs gloves of might, so that's what I got on. And another frozen situation, but this time luckily we have access to his hand. We did freeze him in a non-staggered animation, so he froze exactly in the position that he was. That's rule number 3. Never let him freeze in the middle of the staggered animation, because he will drop on the ground and block all of his discs. So the lower back will stagger him and drop him to his knees. At that point we have access to his left foot. And then after the left foot we could grab onto his right hand. And blunt damage is better than slash damage. So hammers, kicks, and bows are better than blades. He's still not frozen. Now we focus on the right hand, and at that point, with the left foot and the back and the right hand all gone, now there's only one position that we need to worry about him freezing in, and that is when he freezes on his stomach. It's a lot better to keep track of one position rather than 3 or 4. His hand drops with his right foot stomp, easy to grab hold of. Now if he freezes in this position, we are fine, because we just have the 3 discs that are accessible. Staggered. End of stagger. And the rest is pretty available. In this situation, if we do not get him before he is unfrozen, it may be wise to leave the chest available. The chest will be easier to get than the left arm in rage mode. If he was in rage mode, the left arm would be swinging around and difficult to reach, whereas now his chest is easy. And remember, the head and the left arm are the most likely to lead to freeze. Now we're in a terrible situation with the left foot not accessible. We could get the right hand at least. Might as well get one of the first 3 rules pretty soon. now I just ruined my opportunity to knock him on his ass again later. Basically, this is an example of not the ideal way to attack the discs in what order. So now my only chance to stagger him and knock him on his ass is his right thigh to get his left foot. But I have to wait for the rage mode to end first. Grab. When he grabs you, he heals himself, so all of his discs that are remaining go back to full life. And rage mode is over. Right thigh to stagger him and knock him down. Get the left foot. Now if he freezes, we should be okay. Wait for that staggered animation to end. Left arm often freezes, just like the head. The staggered animation just ended. Another fair method with the discs is to attack the discs and remove half of their health and then move on to another one. This way, if later he should freeze, then you've already got the discs halfway diminished. Just don't let him grab you, otherwise he will heal all of those discs that you just took down. For Metal Golem, nothing really changes as far as the attack patterns. It's the same distant requirements and everything. It's just now the discs are floating. Usually after 1 or 2 discs, you will get him to stagger and knock down. But you don't have to care about him freezing. For magic classes on the golems, really just your best bet is execute, whatever the hell you want to call it. The red skill. That's a good one. Bolide is fair, but remember usually Bolide just is 2 meteors per enemy. And unfortunately, each of his discs do not count as an enemy, so it's usually just 2 meteors hit him. So you have to cast quite a few bolides. Frigger does okay. The ice spells. Really just switch to another vocation or get some rangers and striders with you in your party.